Hey, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to Scents of South Jersey with me, Kellen, for another fragrance review. Got a special review for you today. This is going to be one of those discontinued fragrances, really hard to find, really sought after, really highly praised in the fragrance community, and unfortunately no longer available. It came out in 1998 from the Italian house of Gucci, and it is Envy for Men. So before we jump into this video, I want to give a special shout out to Jay. He sent me this to be able to try. He had this bottle. It's a 50 ml, a little bit left. I think he got it with no cap, no box. So there's going to be a little bit less on the presentation today, but that's not as important as the fact that I'm grateful that I got to try it, because I know it's very hard to find and extremely expensive too. So thank you. He's a fan of the channel and has sent actually 2 other fragrances that I'm going to make videos on. Sent them, just said he wanted to see the content created too. So thank you. It's really special to be able to do that. And I'm going to get those other ones made soon. And this one though is one I wanted to hit first. I've been wearing it since the day it arrived. So thank you again for sending me this. Is like a big sample to try, you know what I mean, along with the other ones too. So also, if it's your first time here and you have not yet subscribed, make sure to do so. I really appreciate all the growth in the channel. Thank you all so much for anyone who has subscribed. Of course, check out the Scents of South Jersey Instagram page for some news and updates on the channel and photos of fragrances from my collection. And if you are interested in purchasing some fragrances directly from my collection, stuff that is vintage, rare, discontinued, or fragrances in general that I have listed on my Mercari page, check it out. Again, it's stuff that I'm just no longer wearing and I'd rather share with all of you guys. And also, I've mentioned that I have some clothing brand affiliate links, clothing that I love to buy. Masudo, the nice button-down shirts, patterns, flip cuff, very high quality, 40% off. The link is in the description. And if you're into fitness and you like the whole ancient Rome theme, check out Aurelius Apparel. I have a 10% discount code. The code is Aurelius, SOSJ. It's in the description along with the link to the website. And what's cool there is many of their shirts are already discontinued, and then that gives you an additional discount off of the already discounted price too. Really nice cotton, cool images, and great for working out. So anyway, let's take a look at this discontinued unicorn Envy by the House of Gucci. Okay, for what we have here, we'll take a look at the presentation. So this is a 50 ml bottle. Obviously it's transparent. You can see through. The juice is in this kind of cool green color. And I have the sprayer here. I have the dry down on this hand. We'll spray this here to see the distribution. Decent sprayer. Nothing spectacular, but not bad. On the bottom here, you have a sticker so you can see. Let's see if we can make out any sort of code for you guys here. Batch code looks like 0135E as in Eric, E as in Eric. So the cap, if you've ever seen the cap, it's like big and black and it kind of sort of overlaps the bottle. I always thought that kind of looked goofy. What it reminds me of is if you've ever gotten further into the original older Super Mario games where, I'm talking like Nintendo, where it just goes across the screen. And the turtles are the Koopa Troopers, but the ones with the big black helmets on, or it sort of looks like, Lord Helmet from not Starship Troopers, what is it? Space, I forget the Star Wars knockoff. You know what I'm talking about. Starship Troopers is the bug movie. Spaceballs, that's what it's called, where the helmets are huge. That's what it looks like. I think it's pretty goofy looking, to be honest with you. This is, the bottle itself is thick glass, but the cap looks so stupid. And I've never really even seen the box, too. I have no idea what the box looks like. So this is what you get for the presentation for Gucci Envy. Okay, so for the notes for Gucci's Envy for Men, again, 1998, actually more notes than I thought it would have. In the top, you have ginger, cardamom, lavender, pepper, mahogany, coriander, mandarin orange. And then in the middle or the heart of the fragrance, you have sandalwood, cedar, carnation, jasmine, and rose. And then in the base of the fragrance, you have incense, vanilla, tobacco, amber, vetiver, patchouli, leather, and musk. So what I can detect is not much of a lot of those things. Maybe a little bit of ginger, a little bit of vanilla, some woods. There's notes that I pick up on that are not listed, but I'm not getting a lot of what's listed. I'm just getting what I detect, and it's sort of like a tea or chamomile smell. That's what I'm getting. But obviously there's a ton of notes infused in this one. What I'm smelling is not listed at all. Okay, part 3, as for the performance of Gucci's Envy for Men, it's actually pretty decent. And when I said earlier in the notes section that it smells like tea or chamomile, for whatever reason, that scent tends to perform very well on me, and the clothing, of course, too, but I tend to notice that one. I don't know what it is, what combination of notes gets to that level, but it definitely is in the 6 to 8 hour range. I'm noticing it on my clothing. I even had this on earlier this morning, and I had worked out, and I still smelled it, even after the gym too. So it's surprisingly a decent performer. And I'm just, again, it's that tea, that chamomile is what I feel like it lasts a really long time on me too. So between 6 and 8 hours is what you'll get with Gucci Envy in my experience. Okay, it's time for my thoughts on Gucci's Envy for Men. So the name Envy. The only thing I'm envying right now is a bottle of hand sanitizer, because I think this stuff is a completely flat, one-dimensional scent. It's the tea, the chamomile. Since I sprayed at the opening and the dry down, it's the exact same smell. It doesn't change at all. It's not like a horrifically bad smell. It's not like a Xeno bad smell where I'm like completely turned off, but it's really boring. It's really just nothing special. And, what it reminds me of instantly is the dry down of Houbigant's Fougère Royale. But Fougère Royale has a really nice opening. And I said that was a good Fougère. I like that. I gave that a pretty high rating. And, it's a higher end fragrance, Fougère Royale that is, with some green notes in there. When it settles down, that's where I think the tea and the chamomile note sort of to my nose comes out. And that's where I'm like, okay, there are definitely better Fougères there, but there's more complexity to that. There's more of a better opening. This is just the end of that fragrance. So if you want to get this, go buy Fougère Royale and just wear it and wait for the dry down, and you'll have Gucci Envy without paying the ridiculous pricing that this is listed. I'm very fortunate that I was sent this sample to try to review and to be able to make a video about it, because I probably was never planning on doing it. I really only like one Gucci where I love it. Obviously, it's Gucci Nobile or Nobile. And that one is incredible Fougère. So much more complex, so much better smelling than this. This is really, really lame. This is like an office scent that they just slapped Gucci on and sold it. So I'm not surprised that it was discontinued, but somewhere, some guy just started salivating over this and was like creating this huge buzz, and it became such a sought after scent, and everyone talks about. I've had people message me, you got to try Envy. It's one, even posting it as a scent of the day. People were reaching out to me saying it's my favorite, and I'm sorry to disappoint those people. Actually, I'm not, because it's my opinion of a freaking cologne. But this is really nothing special. There's nothing that stands out about this that I think is that great. It's one scent the entire time. And I think it's good for one thing, for like a casual throwaway scent. And what did it cost when it came out? Like $70 because it's Gucci, you know what I mean? And now people want $350 to $500. I've seen, and for 50 mLs, like in no way, shape, or form is this worth anywhere near that. Is it as good to be even, commanding a price tag of that caliber? It's just like, I think, a really bland, boring fragrance, and I would never pay the amount of money to have it. So I'm very lucky I got to at least try it. And even if the price was reduced, like let's collectively boycott buying this, so that way it drives the price down for people that do want to go out and get it. And even if it was sub $100, I still wouldn't, because I tried it now and I know what it's like, and it's kind of like, eh. But if I paid $90, maybe even, because it's very rare, I wouldn't be as pissed. But if I paid few hundred for this, I'd be so mad, so disappointed. And the coolest thing about it is the black and the green, on the bottle, like with a big goofy black cap and that neon green juice. It makes it look good, but there's no greenness to it. It's just that bland tea smell. To me, that's what I get. The dry down is the same. It does perform okay on clothes. You could wear this any time of year, really. Maybe summer might be slightly stuffy, but I don't think that it's anything special at all. All right, guys, it's time for my overall ratings for Gucci's Envy for Men. As far as the presentation goes, you know, I love Super Mario, but I don't want my bottle to look like the Armored Koopa Troopas or a Lord Helmet from Spaceballs. So I'm going to give that a 3 out of 10 for the presentation. The performance, though, you know, getting between 6 and 8 hours, I still think is pretty good. So we'll put that in the middle at a 7. That's going to be its saving grace for its overall rating. So 7 out of 10 for me for the performance. And the scent, again, it's not a repulsive scent. It's just really boring, and it's just one thing the entire time for me. So 4 out of 10 for the scent, which is going to bring the overall rating from me for Gucci's Envy for Men, the unicorn discontinued, mediocre pile of garbage here, to a 4.5 out of 10. All right, everyone. Well, that's going to wrap it up for me for my review of Gucci's Envy for Men. Do you agree with me? Do you think that it isn't all it's cracked up to be, that it is the disappointing? I shouldn't have said pile of garbage, more like mediocre, really disappointing cousin that just every time you see him, you're like, oh God, this freaking guy. Nothing special about it. Let me know in the comment section, is this one of your favorites, or do you think it's nothing special and that it's just overpriced and it should not be anywhere near as sought after as it is? Let me know. You know, I always appreciate all the interaction. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't done so already. Check out the Instagram page. Check out the link for the Mercari page, Aurelius Apparel, and Masudo. Go buy some freaking shirts, guys. Somebody do it. And thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today, and I will see you all in the next video. Take care.